Unbelievable.
They're coming all over the place. They're coming all over the place. They're coming all over the place. They're coming all over the place.
And he's like this, and we were.
They're coming all over the place.
I need.
They're coming all over the place.
I need water.
They're coming all over the place. 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 They're coming all over the place.
Help me.
They're coming all over the place.
Help me.
They're coming all over the place. They're coming all over the
This
place.
is on live.
They're coming all over the place.
He's like, this
They're
is
coming
on
all
live
over the
television.
place.
This
They're
is
coming
on
all
live
over the place.
television.
They're coming
This is
all
on
over the
live
place.
television.
They're coming all
This is
over
on
the
live
place.
television.
They're coming all over
This
the
is on
place.
live television.
They're coming all over the
This is
place.
on live.
They're coming all over the place.
This is on live.
They're coming all over the place.
This is
They're
on
coming
live
all over the
television.
place.
He's
They're coming all over the place.
This is
They're
on
coming
live
all over the
television.
place.
He's
They're
like
coming
this.
all over the
And we
place.
were.
They're coming all over the place.
I
They're
need
coming all over the
Help
place.
me. I need
They're coming. Everybody comes in. Your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy, so crazy. They're coming all over the place. Everybody comes in. Your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy, so crazy. They're coming all over the place. Everybody comes in. Your grandmother, your father, your mother. Everybody comes in. Your grandmother. Everybody comes in. Your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother. Comes in. Your grandmother, your father, your mother. Comes in. Your grandmother. 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 In your grandmother. Comes in. 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 Your grandmother.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
An opinion of somebody. Tweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened.
And he ran a bunch of bad boys. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs. 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 Yeah, hairy legs. Off the board. That turn. That turn. he said, I'll meet you outside blonde my car in the sun. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. And I'd love kids jumping on my lap. And I'd love kids jumping on my lap. Blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. Love kids jumping on my lap. Kids used to come up and reach in the pool. Kids jumping on my lap. Kids jumping on my lap. Learn about kids jumping on my lap. Learn about kids jumping on my lap. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. Love kids jumping on my lap. The kids used to come up and reach in the pool. And I'd love kids jumping on my lap. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool. And I'd love kids jumping on my lap. And I'd love kids jumping on my lap. And I'd love kids jumping on my lap. Kids used to come up and reach in the pool. I got hairy legs. 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 That used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down. And rub my leg down. And rub my leg down. And to get hot, I got Lana. I got hairy legs. Got Lana. I got hairy legs. So to come up and reach in the pool. To come up and reach in the pool. To come up and reach in the pool. And kids used to come up and reach in the pool. Kids jumping on my roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. Look at it. So I learned about roaches. 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 I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I'd love kids jumping on my lap.
Bad deal should have never been thought of. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it. They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble.
In person, in my office, in Philadelphia.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree. It is time for us to agree. It is time for us to agree. It's for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. And that time is every day. And that time is every day. 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 Every day it is time for us to agree. Every day it is time for us to. It is time for us to agree. Every day it is time for us to agree. It is time for us to, and that time is every day, do what we have been doing, and that time is time for us to agree.
That isn't what it meant.
Well, what did it mean then?
It meant that it's indicative of low-resolution thinking.
Get your words straight, Jack. Get your words straight, Jack. Get your words straight, Jack.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the vote.
Everybody comes in your grandmother,
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Is this thing on? Testing. Testing. Hello? Is this thing on? Is this on? Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of the Above It All program. This is a programmatic experience. This is, you know, it's a show that I do. I do it once a day. You know, every now and then. You know, it's every once in a while. I'll do this. But I'm doing it right now. Now is the one time in, you know, the quantity of time that you know, is colloquially referred to as a while. Now is that time. And so I did drink beer to the point of blacking out last night. Could you imagine blacking out from beer? Like, I mean, like, it couldn't be me. Like, I've never, like, beer doesn't get me really even drunk, you know? It takes, like, 4 of them to even get me somewhere. So I'm not into the beer thing, let alone black out. Like, what is that? Like, you have to drink like a 12-pack? Like, what are you, like 16? Like, how many are you doing? Like, that's crazy. But anyway, so we got a show here. I got a program that's it's ready. It's queued up. So it's queued up, and it's queued up a program. It's currently on. It was queued up. It's actually not queued up anymore because it's currently on. And so I'm queuing it up, I'm queuing it on, and it's, so it's happening, so I'm queuing it on, so I've got a Kirkland sparkling water here, folks, seltzer product. All right, so we got a show here lined up. So I got a show that I'm supposed to be doing. So folks, been playing a lot of Wolfenstein lately. I don't know if you noticed this, but I just snuck in and uploaded a new speedrun, like literally, like, you know, 20 minutes ago. So been playing a lot of Wolfenstein lately. I've been enjoying it, having a good time. Realon, you gave me 70 czars and an applause 9 hours ago, when, you know, the super applause bullshit. Realon, 70 czars 9 hours ago. So thank you for that. So thank you for the czars. My co-host, I have a co-host? I don't think I have a co-host. But anyway, been playing a lot of Wolfenstein lately. I've been enjoying it. So there you go. Updating you, have been playing some Path of Exile. Been really into the video gaming lately. Really into the video gaming. Been playing video games, so. Max the dog is currently right underneath me. Max! Max! Whoa! Maxie, come here, come here, come here. He's right here. Come here, Max. He's stretching. Hello, come here. Hi. Are you a good puppy? Can you hear this? Can you hear the dog sounds? Here. Hold up. Max, you stay right there. Huh? Is this audible? What a good dog. What a good dog, folks. All right. Woo! I'm still petting him. This is a good ass dog. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Other than this dog is a good dog. Woo! Love dogs, folks. I love dogs, and I love doing a show. I love doing a show, and I love dogs, and so, I have no idea what you're talking about, Fritz, but what I do know about what you're talking about is I currently have a YouTube strike. I am in YouTube jail. Well, I was in YouTube jail, and then I broke out of YouTube jail. And so now I am in a gigantic Faraday cage so that the YouTube ninjas don't ban my channel. You know what a Faraday cage is, you know, it blocks all signals. They don't know where I am. I'm off the grid at this current moment in time. So I have no idea what you're talking about. Blankets, I don't know what that is. I use a blanket when I sleep, maybe. I heard you mention games. I'm a gamer. That's right. Ooh. E4 M6 is plain huge with like a billion doors, and E4 M7 has a nastily hidden key. Yeah, I mean I played the levels normally, so yeah, I'm aware. But you know, when I find something like that, oh yeah, I like to make a video about it. In fact, I actually did another one 2 minutes before the show started. I did another one, so I'll upload that maybe later today or tomorrow whenever I get around to it. Or I could play it on stream right now. Maybe I will do that. I'm playing a lot of Wolfenstein, folks. I'm a gamer. That's right. You might not know this. This is a little known fact. It's a little known fact that I'm a gamer. I play games. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a gamer and I play games. So been playing a lot of them lately. So here's this. This is a run I did. You see, you kill that guy. You go in there. Look at that. See, I'm a gamer. I've been playing this. Look at that. You kill the dogs. As much as I don't like doing that, but it's a video game. So, and then boom. Look, there's the exit. I'm just waiting for yep. And then they open it, and then there you go. So I've been playing games. I'm a gamer, folks. You know, I'm a gamer. I play games. How much does it cost? I think it's $2 on Steam. But anyway, so I'm a gamer. So let's get into the news here. We've got some news. Got some news. All right. Okay. Uh-oh. Got some news here, folks. Wolfenstein and Doom are cool games. Love to watch you play. Thank you. Is it justifiable to kill Nazi dogs? I think so. How am I liking it? It's good. All right, so folks, we got some news here. It seems that there's been an officer-involved shooting. You know, we all know that. I wonder how they were involved. Virginia State Police investigating shooting involving 2 Norfolk officers. Folks, Norfolk, Virginia, very close to the border of North Carolina. I'm familiar with the area. Virginia State Police confirmed it is investigating a shooting involving 2 Norfolk police officers Saturday night. Again, still not sure how these officers are involved. Were they shot? Did they shoot? How were these officers involved? We're already on the second paragraph. Let's find out. According to a news release from Norfolk Police, officers responded to a report of a person with a weapon in the 100 block of Granby Street around 10:30 p.m. on Saturday. On scene, the officers encountered a man who was armed with a gun. Whoa. The man was taken to... Okay, so the man was taken to Norfolk Centara General Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. What does that mean? Okay, so on the scene, the officers encountered a man who was armed with a gun. And then the man was taken to the hospital? What does that mean? Like, There's like a vital part of this story that's missing. So the police encountered someone, like, you know, insert like SpongeBob like intermission card, like, you know, 20 minutes later, and then he's in the hospital. What happened? Police encounter someone, next paragraph. Then they took him to the hospital. Why is he going to the hospital? I'm just curious. I'm trying to figure out the news. I'm sniffing for scoops here. I'm a concerned citizen. Can you fucking, what is this? Are you seeing this happening? What is that? Get out of here. That little pop-up box. What the fuck? All right. What the hell? The NPD news release did not provide additional details on the shooting except to say that no officers were injured and a gun was recovered. What does that even mean? A gun was recovered? And no officers were injured? Okay, well... Okay. In a tweet Saturday night, Norfolk's Commonwealth Attorney Raymond Fatehi stated, I went out to the scene of this incident after receiving a call from the police. I've coordinated with the state, blah, 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 whatever. Who cares? Anyway, so... hopefully the person's okay. I mean, again, police are not... Their job is not to shoot people. Their job is especially not to kill people. So there's no report on this person's condition. Actually, just kidding. Hold up. This tweet was linked. Okay, police say a man died following a shooting. So he died! Let me investigate. This is an update posted an hour ago. Is this the same? Is this the same? No, this is a different place. Oh no, this is just a regular. Never mind. I'm high. Anyway, police should not be allowed to kill people or shoot people. By the way, I don't care if they have a gun. Police, their job is to de-escalate. That's their job. If you can't do your job, if I am working for Wendy's and my job is to flip the patties and I flip them onto the floor and I throw my spatula out the window, guess what? I'm not doing my job. That's not my job. My job is not to throw the spatula out the window, just as the job of police is not to kill people or shoot people. So again, the person is not reportedly dead at the moment, but they're in the hospital. Who knows what that means? But anyway, the police are not good in the Virginia area there. I have personal experience. We got some news here, folks. We got some news. Looking at the news. Looking at the news. I've been purposefully ignoring this like trucker or caravan bullshit just because it's so boring. I honestly think it's boring. I'm sorry. If that, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just make that decision. But apparently there's some stuff going on with that. I don't really, it's just boring. It's just like, okay. I don't know, like it's, whatever. Just checking out the news. Woman fatally stabbed. That's no good. Drive-by shooting. That's no good. Gunman shoots, wounds 5 people. I guess that's a mass shooting. I guess there was a mass shooting. Body found. Damn, I'm just scrolling through the news. These are some headlines that we're dealing with in the United States of America. OSHA investigating work-related death. Okay. This is the United States of America. Hello, Bodan. Welcome to the program, Bodan. Bodan is in the program today, folks. He's here. We got Bodan on the scene. On the scene with Bodan. That's right. On the scene with Bodan. All right. So how's everyone doing today? Last week I saw a truck with a Canada flag and a Trump flag. Yesterday, near my area on the highway, I saw 2 cars driving with Quebec flags and some freedom message written on the side. Yeah, I mean, these people are psychos, but I mean, like, they've always been here. Like, it's not like the psychos, like, a lot of these people have always been psychos, right? I would say that there's probably, overall, I would say that there's probably less psychos now than there were before. But the fact is that the psychos are way more, like, open about their you know, the fact that they're psychos. That's my presumption. That's my presumption on this whole thing. Like, the psychos are emboldened. It's like, you know what? I'm a psycho. Let's get it. Let's run around with our freedom flag, you know, whatever. This looks fun. And never mind, this doesn't look fun. Yeah, the news sucks today. It's just like a lot of generic deaths going on in the news. Bob Carmody is still weedless, folks. This is a massive problem. Oh my god, Bodan. Holy shit. Okay, guess what? I talked to Gazebo today. He turned out to be a nice late 30s man from Australia. He remembers you playing Thunder Maps. Can you imagine? Yes, I've spoken to Gazebo as well before. So did you ask him about me? Or like, what? Why are you talking? I'm just curious, Bodan. So you brought up that you're talking about me to people. That's what you brought up. So now you got to give me the whole scoop. Look in your messenger. Which messenger? I have like 29,000 messengers. I've got a lot of them. Apparently there's a Super Bowl going on today. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I prefer the Bubble Bowl from SpongeBob SquarePants. So that's my preference. It's just me though. And that I posted a lot of criticism for map 18. Which one was map 18? Wow, that's funny. I'm sorry, but I find that adorable, Bodan, that you're like asking people about my playthroughs. Yes, I will play map 20 soon, I promise. For sure. In fact, I might even play it this month. Maybe. I know I've got a bad track record, but hey, whatever. So yeah, there you go. So we got a show here. I don't know, there's really just nothing going on here. I don't know. How's everyone in the chat doing? Let's just have like a fucking conversation. Andrew is a great conversation starter. Am I? Like, I don't even know what that means. No, do not shoot the messenger. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to shoot the messenger. I'm not planning on doing so. So. Don't. I'm not planning on that. But, am I happy? I mean, yes, I am happy. I find that to be entertaining. And I appreciate it. But I think I'm a pretty memorable person, I'd like to think. Maybe. I hope. I think Trump supporters and the Tea Party are just like the same psychos, right? But like with different comfort levels expressing their psychopathy. That's my prediction. You know. Pancakes for breakfast. I haven't had pancakes in a long time because I don't typically eat that kind of food. Though I eat pasta. Yeah, maybe I guess I do typically eat that kind of food because I eat pasta. So extremely memorable. That's true. I'm currently babysitting for my 4-month-old fur niece. Fur niece? Is that a doggy? I like dogs. They're cool. I have a lot going on here. The Combuster blocks. God, I read that as Cumbuster at first. Which, I'm just throwing that out there. Broke and fell out of my wood stove. Which is a compound word. Which makes it less efficient. And now I have to spend money to get that replaced. Everything is falling apart. That's a shame. That's a shame. You are, believe it or not. I'm what? Again, I'm sorry. Sometimes like when people respond to things I say, and then I read them, you know, I don't remember what you're referring to, so. Trump people are more insane. I agree. I think the insanity levels are just rising at a consistent rate. Andrea is the most unforgettable person I've ever met. Well, technically, you haven't met me. You've just seen me on the internet. Wasn't that a Reader's Digest thing? It's the name of the first chapter. This motherfucker is like, in parentheses, like listing out like a whole subplot to that message. Like a completely unnecessary subplot, but I appreciate that. I asked about you, another popular streamer on Twitch, and he said that he knows you by speedrunning records. I'm still banging them too. I got a new Memento Mori record this month. That's pretty good. Been banging out some records still. I'm still good. I'm still good at games. I know. I've been banging them out. They're dropping like, you know. I do love to know that, though. I'm glad that I'm recognized for my talents. That's great. I'm referring to people like Shu, Chris, Amazing Atheist, and Skeptic. I think, what? Am I missing like a complete plot line? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now I gotta scroll up. What the hell? What on earth? Yeah, I can't figure out what the hell you're talking about. So you gotta clue me in. Feeling sleepy and trying to wake the hell up. I'm gonna be honest, folks. I got like really high on accident this morning. So like I'm kind of just like I'm just kind of losing it right now. Like a little bit. Just a little though. Just a little. $16 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit? Because Celsius, that's pretty warm. Parenthetical subplots. Fucking subplots. My edibles are kicking in and I'm feeling better. That's great. Hi, Andrea is fun. That's also true. Well, I mean, I purposefully got high, but like, you know, the level of highness was accidental, you know? Like, I intended on getting a little, and now I'm a lot. So, oops, right? Oops. A rocket about to strike the moon is not Falcon 9, according to new news. Let me check my cryptocurrencies live on stream. Let's see how I'm doing. Well, I'm not going to, like, show them. I'm just going to react. There you go. I'm reacting. I'm a reaction streamer. Let's react, folks. Not bad. Not bad. Celsius is correct temperature measurement. I agree with that. That's a correct statement. That's correct. Leftist YouTube trying to reach out for the skeptic old guard. What does that mean? Like, those are words. Like, what does that mean? What are you trying to convey? What the fuck does that mean? I consider myself a skeptic. I'm skeptical of that chat message. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. It's just gonna cost money I don't have. I hate when that happens. Am I, what kind of guard am I? Hello _R, we are reaching out. Hello, how's it going? Andrea is not plugged into the latest bread tube drama. I am not a participant. My thing is, like, if I'm involved, I'll participate, and, like, I will go in if I'm involved. Like, you know, I got involved with plenty of drama with, like, dumb left people. So I get really involved when I'm involved. But if I'm not involved in drama, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. So that's my thing. But if I'm involved, I'm deep in. I get deep involved if I'm involved. But I'm not involved in this, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I also prefer 24-hour time. I less 24-hour time and 12-hour time is I'm indifferent on it. But I'm against time zones. I want to abolish time zones. I think we should standardize to, like, GMT or whatever. Or New York time, you know, Eastern time, I'm on that. And then just everyone, like, we all live in the same time. Like, it's 4 o'clock here, it's 4 o'clock in Japan. It's just that 4 o'clock means something different for them. That's my preference. I would abolish time zones. Staying above it all, I see, of course. Abolish daylight savings time. That's true. Daylight savings time is actually deadly. Did you know that people die because of daylight savings time? I've been informed about this. People actually, because, like, you know, you lose an hour of sleep or whatever, so people are more tired for the week of whenever the clocks roll or whatever, and there's, like, more traffic accidents. It's like a statistical observation. So it actually is, it's a deadly practice. Heart attacks, there you go. And then, so you've got time zones, and then you've got daylight savings time, and then you've got time zones that don't do daylight savings time, or that time zones that do daylight savings time at different times, right? So the time zones are constantly changing, right? So our daylight savings time is different than their daylight savings time, right? But we live in a different time zone, so now I'm 5 hours ahead, now I'm 6, now I'm 7, then I'm 12, then I'm 15 hours ahead. Like, so it's just, what the fuck? Oh, folks, I watched a movie yesterday. Thank you for reminding me, just mentioning a movie. Let's do a movie review. Yeah, that's right. The show's not over. Let's do a fucking goddamn movie review. I like to review movies. This is like a thing that I do. This is like a new feature of the program. The programmatic experience. The experience that, you know, everyone's like, oh, why is Above It All at a different time? Because of fucking fuck you time zones. That's why. Your stupid ass bullshit time zones. Fun fact! Minus 40F is minus 40C. Yeah, minus 40C, also known as you're fucking dead, bitch. Also known as minus 40F, which is also you're dead, bitch. You're a more radical, younger left guard, not old guard? What does that mean? I'm not old. I'm young. I consider myself the furthest possible left. That's my consideration of myself. That's how I view myself. Is that I am the most radical and I am the most furthest left. And if you disagree, let's debate. but I refuse to admit the possibility that I am not the furthest left on every issue. I'm 25, question mark? I guess. In my physical form, I'm 25. Mentally, I'm like 78. You ever think about that? Mentally, up here, I'm like 98 years old. Right? In here, I'm 25. My heart is 25 years old. My brain, my mind, my conscious experience collectivized, I'm like 138 years old. So, I'm old as hell. Got me beat on what? Who's beating me and why? Why am I being beaten? I don't want to be beaten. Please don't beat me. Please, let me live. That's what I said about me? Yeah, that's right. I'm an old goddamn soul, motherfucker. Andrew's brain is getting older by the nanosecond. That's right. Well, I mean, when you think about it, though. Think about it, right? Like, lucid dreaming alone, I had some real fucked up dreams last night. Let me tell you, I was in deep last night. I had like a fucking like decade-long dream experience last night. It was crazy. So like that alone, I'm old as hell. Like I've been through all these like dream lives, it's crazy. Not to mention all the drugs I do. Yep, last night was pretty good. I had like dreams that I was like going to like different like dimensions and like, experiencing like, like multiple timelines of like, it's very interesting. I mean, it was very interesting and it was very long. It was a very long dream. Like there's lots of, like one of the things about dreams and length is one of the things that people forget very easily if they're not trained in the subject is they forget like filler details. Like they might remember something like, oh, there was a bridge, or oh, I was fighting this person, right? But they don't remember filler details, right? And filler details, really, when you train that in your brain, like the filler details are basically the length of the dream. Right, you remember more of the filler details, like, like, oh, I remember looking out the window and seeing, like, a car drive by, and that, like, you remember all those things, and then, boom. Are used to call dreaming my other life. I literally felt like I was living two lives. I don't dream as prolifically anymore because I don't get enough sleep. I agree with that, but I don't think it's two. I would say one or more. I would say an infinite amount. What do you think causes people to have nightmares? I mean, nightmares are just stress dreams. For me, nightmares are fun. In the same way like action movies or horror movies are fun. I love nightmares. Like last night was a nightmare, I guess. I mean, like I was like watching like, my parents die all over again or, some shit like that. It was pretty crazy. But like for me, like, if you're well trained on dreaming, like one of the reasons why I started training my dream skills is because I wanted to get rid of nightmares. Because I most of my life, like from like age like 5 all the way up until I was like 23, I would have really, really horrible nightmares. And so one of the things that I learned, weed would help, right? Because it limits your ability to dream a little bit. But then that stopped working as much, so I went into the lucid dreaming to cure nightmares, and I have. I mean, sometimes I get a little freaked out from a dream, but it's not like in like a nightmare instance. It's just because it's like super metaphysical for no reason. Like sometimes when I have like 9 false awakenings in a row, and like I don't know what's real, and I'm like having like I'm experiencing fucking psychosis, But like that freaks me out a little bit, but. Yes, I'm gonna do a dream show. That's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be next month. I want it to be next month, but I'm gonna do I might even go as far as to call it like a course. I might even call it a course. I might go as far as to call this a course, because what I'm planning on doing is for the dream show, I want to do like a week or maybe 2 weeks of daily programs at night that people watch as the last thing they do before they go to bed. Because the big thing with learning how to do this is, for me, instead, like, you can do all the same reading and studying about lucid dreaming at like 3 o'clock, like during your lunch break, that you can right before you go to sleep, right? So you can do the same amount, but when you do it has a huge impact on how effective it is. And so, like, you know, if you're doing it at 3 o'clock during your lunch break or whatever, and you're scrolling, looking at videos or like reading books about it online or whatever, you know, like, again, you'll retain the information, you will learn a little bit, it might help. But if you do that same exact process for the same amount of time, just right before you sleep, it's going to be, you know, yes. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a very similar format, if not identical, Bodan. It's just this time I'm not going to do one episode and quit. But yeah, so when I stream it, I would plan on doing it at like 10 p.m. or something. Because that's like, I go to sleep around 10 or 11. So, for like however long I do that, it would be daily, I guess. Or maybe I'll skip, you know, maybe it'll be like 5 times and skip the weekend. Or maybe I don't know, maybe I'll include the weekend. Maybe I'll do like, maybe I'll skip, I don't know. I don't know what I'll end up doing. Nightmares and dreams can give us info relating to our lives, needs not being met. That's exactly correct. That's exactly correct. It's very good for mental health, because, you know, you'll notice that there's anxieties that you might not notice are things that you're actually like, because I have an anxiety disorder, right? I'm disordered, folks. I've got a disease, you know, don't get near me. I might catch it. So like sometimes like I'll like get in these like weird like thought loops about things that don't really mean anything or matter, but to me it's causing me anxiety and I don't realize it. Like for whatever reason I think about it, I get anxious when I think about it and I don't realize that it doesn't matter. Like it's just, it can be something like it's just it you know, it could be like, I don't know, a noise outside, or you know, like it could be anything, you know. And then sometimes, you know, if it happens for multiple days or like weeks or something, sometimes I'll experience it in a dream and it just allows me to go like, oh wait, that doesn't matter. Anyway, let's do a movie review real quick. All right, so yesterday I got really high and I watched this film. It's called Hobo with a Shotgun. So I watched this film yesterday. I was really high. I got really high. I was so high that, like, you know, like, I was really into the movie. So, it was very good. I enjoyed it. So, basically, it's about a hobo, you know, who gets mad that there's a lot of crime, right? The cops, like, are crooked. They're all dirty, and they're working with, like, criminal, like, syndicates. And then so he gets a shotgun, and he starts fucking murdering a bunch of people, like, a bunch of criminals. And it's great. Like, it's really good. Like, the music is really good. Like, the acting is, like, super over the top. Like really good at being bad acting. Like, the acting is horrible, but, like, purposefully horrible, if that makes any sense. And so it makes it good. The characters are really like simple and basic, and it's just fun. Like, this is just like a fun movie to watch. Like, the hobo has a shotgun and he just kills a bunch of fucking criminals and rapists and like fucking all that kind of stuff, and it's just great. It's a really good movie. It's very enjoyable. It's very fun to watch. It's like an hour and 20 minutes or something. It's kind of short if I remember correctly, right? But I got like really high. I did some tincture. And I just like kind of like put this movie on, and I was super into it. It was very enjoyable. Like, all the fights were really good. Like, it was just good. It was fun to watch. Super fun to watch. And that, like, really, that's like, what more can you ask for? It's fun to watch. You know what I mean? Like, it's just super fun to watch. And you know, again, so like, there's the main villain who's like, you know, he's the criminal mastermind leader, like gangster guy. He's like some like, you know, short guy with like suits, or, you know, he wears like a white suit or whatever, you know, and he's like the final boss. And like, you know, that fight's really good. And then there's like some random like metal machine men that just exist for no reason. It's really good. I mean, like, it's just a good movie. I mean, like, you know, he's got a shotgun, he kills cops, he blows a cop's head off. You know, what more can you ask for? A hobo with a shotgun shoots the head, like blows it into like pieces, like not like the head gets cut off and then there's a head, but like he blows the cop's head into pieces, right, into like little giblets. It's I mean, that alone worth watching on film. And so again, it's just very fun, very enjoyable experience. Not too long, just like action, B movie, but like purposefully done. It was just very good. I enjoyed it. And I would recommend watching this while you're high. I also recommend just, I don't recommend anything because drugs are illegal. But that's what I did, and I enjoyed it. So, but I don't recommend anything. In fact, I do actually recommend something. I recommend against doing drugs because drugs are bad for you. But what's good for you is watching a movie called Hobo with a Shotgun, and it was pretty good. So there's that, and it was pretty good. So there's your movie review segment, folks. I think the stream is about to end. I think we're gonna. I mean, I'm down to talk about like dreams a little bit more, but let me see. I think this idea that Biden needs to pander to the white working class or else a Republican to the right of Trump would win is a little dumb. I mean, Biden in general is just really dumb. Like he's not smart at all. Like in any capacity. He's very stupid. It is so true. What's so true? Something I said is so true. What is it? One of the common myths around lucid dreaming is that, like, oh, well, I just want to have good quality sleep or whatever. Right? Now, again, if you have, like, nightmare problems, right, and nightmares can wake you up or something, if that's... I mean, yes, I'm down to have that conversation. But, like, if you don't have, like, an active nightmare problem, where it's, like, really bad and it leads to insomnia, you're still getting good quality sleep. It's just that you're getting physical good quality sleep, and now you're getting mental good quality sleep, right? Because dreams, like, what is the point of dreaming? Like, think about the evolutionary reason why we developed the ability to dream. Like, when you study about sleep, right? Like, during a lot of portions of sleep, your brain dumps and deletes information it doesn't need, right? So, for example, like, that's why, like, when you're doing a lot of different things, like, life feels longer than if you're kind of, like, in a routine or something. Like, like, if you get up and do the same routine every day, you kind of just like go on autopilot. Your brain dumps a lot of that info when you sleep, and that's why it seems that a lot of people age really quickly, perceptually. But if you're constantly mixing things up, if you're doing, if you're constantly engaging in new things, your brain doesn't dump as much information. But, that's just one small little thing. But also, like, the sleeping processes the information. So your brain will choose what info to dump, what to store, how to store it. And that's why sleeping is good for, like, the one of the common misconceptions, like a common thing that people do is, like, let's say you got a big test. Well, you stay up all night and study, right? Well, actually, that's worse. That leads to worse outcomes typically than studying and getting a nice 8-hour sleep session, because then, especially if you study right before sleep, because that'll be the last thing your brain will focus on, then you'll be well rested, your brain will dump useless information that you don't really need to focus on, and it'll be, like that's kind of what the brain does. And so when you're more aware of that process, it just kind of lets your consciousness, rather than your subconsciousness, it allows your consciousness to take part in what your an experience your subconsciousness has every single night. Every time you go to sleep, your subconsciousness is like, experiencing this whole breadth of information, this new realm, and that you, whatever you even means, right, are just not privy to. And so that's what I would explain lucid dream and dream stuff is it's just a way to consciously experience what's already happening. And to be better at understanding it. Fascinating info, Andrea. Please do a dream show. I will. Of course, even. Of course, it will be a course. He needs to pander to all the working class by supporting needed economic support and needed funding. I agree with that. That's correct. That's correct. Reminder, folks, this is not just a news show. This is not just a stupid-ass podcast that you watch. This is a life-changing experience, folks. That's what I want. Anyone that watches my program for any amount of time, I want them to come away a better person. That's the goal. Like learning a new skill, having a new outlook, positively influencing anything, whatever. The strawberry message was in a lucid dream. There you go, Mila. See? NFL Blitz on PlayStation? Fuck yeah. One of these days, maybe the next Super Bowl, I'll do that. NFL PS1 game stream. If I teach my audience how to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's only going to be good Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, folks, that's it. That's the show. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Daylight Time. I don't know, whatever. Eastern Time. At 10 a.m. That's the 10th, or is it the 11th? Hello, Macaroni. All right, goodbye, everyone.
I eat at the shop. That's what I eat. I eat at the shop. That's what I eat. I eat at the shop. That's what I eat. I eat at the shop. I eat what I eat. At the shop. That's what I eat. I eat at the shop. I eat shop. At the shop. That's what I eat. I eat at the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. I eat. That's what I eat. Shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. I eat. That's what I eat. Shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. I eat. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. I eat. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. I eat. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat. I eat at the shop. I eat 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 at the shop. I eat 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 at the shop. I eat 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 that's what I eat. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat at the shop. That's what I eat. I eat the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. That's what I eat. I eat at the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I at the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat that's what I eat. I eat at the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat that's what I eat. At the shop. I eat the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat 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 at the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. I eat the shop. At the shop. I eat that's what I eat. I eat the shop. I eat at the shop. I eat that's what I eat. At the shop. That's what I eat. I eat at the shop. That's what I eat. That's what I eat. I eat at the shop. That's what I eat.